When did you instantly regret helping someone? I regretted helping my neighbor the second he asked if he could just borrow my truck real quick. We'd only lived next to each other for about 6 months, but he seemed decent enough. Early 40s, worked in construction, always gave a friendly wave when we passed. His name was Todd, and he had this constant air of casual chaos, like his life was held together with duct tape and last-minute favors. So when he knocked on my door one Saturday morning, holding a gas can and looking frazzled, I assumed it was harmless. "Hey man," he said, already halfway into my driveway. "My buddy's truck broke down a few miles out. You mind if I borrow yours just for an hour? I'd take my own, but my battery's dead." My first instinct was no. My truck was only a year old. I babied that thing. But he looked genuinely stressed, and I didn't want to be the stuck-up neighbor who couldn't lend a hand. "You sure it's just an hour?" I asked. "Swear on my life," he said. "Just need to grab him and tow him back with a strap. I'll even top off the gas." I handed him the keys. That was mistake number 1. 2 hours went by. No Todd, no truck. I called him, straight to voicemail. Texted him, no response. Around hour 3, I started pacing. By hour 4, I was in full-blown panic. I was about to call the police when I finally saw my truck coming down the road, covered in mud. Not just dirty, caked. The tires were coated, the sides were streaked. The undercarriage looked like it had been off-roading through a swamp. Todd pulled into the driveway smiling like he'd just returned a borrowed pencil. "Man, that thing drives like a dream," he said. I just stared at him. "What the hell happened?" He scratched his neck. "Funny story. My buddy wasn't where he said he was, so I had to drive out to this back trail where his phone last pinged. Got a little stuck, but I rocked it out. No big deal." I looked at my truck again. The passenger mirror was cracked. There was a dent in the rear bumper. "You dented it." "Oh, that?" He laughed. "Dude, it's a truck. It's supposed to have character." I didn't even know how to respond. I asked for his insurance information. He suddenly got defensive. "You said I could borrow it. You didn't say anything about conditions." I ended up paying for the repairs myself because apparently verbal permission with no written agreement means you're out of luck. The worst part? A week later, I saw him pulling the same move, this time asking another neighbor for help loading furniture. I didn't warn the guy. I just watched from my porch, sipping coffee, and thought, good luck. I never spoke to Todd again. Now when someone asks to borrow anything more valuable than a lawn chair, I suddenly remember I've got errands to run, because no favor is worth cleaning someone else's disaster off your trust and your truck.